there is so many ways that we can increase on our revenue streams for our businesses, so that we tap into different sources of income into our business. Don't just look at one line.
I am talented in my hair designing. I didn't go to any training. I just went to train for journalism, but what I'm doing right now is my talent. If you're a good timekeeper, you'll go far. It is good also when you own your work, keep time. It will save you a lot. What I can encourage the upcoming entrepreneurs is that above everything, put God first.
Starting a business in the present time is not like, you wake up tomorrow morning and you say, now, let me just go and start a business. Because if you do that without thinking it through, you will lose your money. There are people even, in the SACCOs and so many, will give you money, no problem, because they want it back. And then many of us land in a big problem because we've taken money and then we put it into something which we did not think about. So please, and I think one thing with the Sauda school and what we are learning in terms of British plan helps us to do, the essence of it, the curriculum, it helps us to study about the business that we want to go into, do the market research, find out, is this in the right location? Is this product which I'm going to sell the right one? Is the profitability there? It's very important. Money is very critical. Discuss with, partners are not bad. Sometimes people say that partners are not good, but if you have a good partner with you, it's a good time to start off because you're working together to win, right? And of course, try to find like-minded partners, people who are ethical, people who are honest. If you find that you're going to partner with somebody who you know will cheat you, then avoid them, right? But find a good partner. Sometimes even family. Family is a good thing to work with also. Talk to your landlord, talk to the banks, find out ways in which you can negotiate properly. There's nothing wrong, and in fact it is very good to negotiate anything that you want to buy. Alright? Maybe sometimes we can't negotiate in the supermarket. I've tried that once, but it doesn't work. But you can negotiate anything, especially in Kenya, because we've got people who are selling everywhere, right? And there's a saying in the Quran, or it's with the Hadiths, that it takes 3 years, about 1,000 days, to ensure that you are successful in business. So don't think that if you're not successful in 3 months, you're afraid. No. If you do your business for 1,000 days, it's about 3 years, that's when you know you've made it. Team. When you have your business, well, I think Daniel is trying to get the right team. He started off doing his own thing himself. The team that will help you grow. Understand that you and your business are separate. And I was just mentioning to Manya, earn a fixed salary. Sometimes in business, when we are doing our business, we tend to take money, which might become a personal thing. Keep your personal and business separate.
I love the youth from the bottom of my heart. I know what it feels like to be a hustler, to be down there, to graduate from university, and then you're wondering, will I even get a job, I look at my job as a business. I don't consider myself employed. I sell my skills at a fee to the organization that I work for. I call myself an entrepreneur. I say that I've never worked a day in my life. When we start viewing ourselves, each one of us as self-employed, that is when we begin to push our visions forward. And that is how we start to win. Ourselves as youth in Kenya, for people scaling up their businesses, please do your research before you are told. We usually are told so many things. We are usually told so many things, especially as employed people. We have a lot of business ideas for people who are running their businesses, and they're the ones who know what they are. Some people anakuja akwambie ningekuwa na business kama ningefanya hivi. Don't fail to listen, but also only take what works for you. Okay? Consider yourself self-employed and invest in yourself and give it your best in everything that you do. So that is all I have for today, and I wish you all the best.
It's always a pleasure and honor for me to look at people when they bring up their business ideas. I think there was another day I was telling Jeff, it's always been my passion to work with the community. My passion. It's always my thing. One thing that is going to help us to grow learn to be our own entrepreneurs. When we learn that the greatest thing that can help us grow the community is if each and every one of us is selling something to the other person. And next year I want to see each and every one of us say, we are pulling the connection, networking. That is a very important thing, by the way. When we live here, do not forget the other person. It's good. I really hope you meet the next person that is sitting next to me, and the next and the next. Farming is a thing. It's a thing that, people never stop eating. That's okay. People never stop eating. I was also telling the people in the past that we are in that those who manufacture food, it's a very important business because food doesn't change the design, really. People eat ugali, people want unga, food is food, Food will never be like fashion. So yeah, I hope to see you next year, being entrepreneurs, each and every one of you, implementing the ideas that you gave us during the pitch day.
I've gained a lot of knowledge as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, and I'm not going to keep that knowledge. I want to make use of it, and I'm so excited to start to launch my business. I had given myself a timeline of September, and it's still on course. I'm moving forward with it, and yeah, by God's grace, it will come to pass. So the classes were very spot on, and they were hands-on and also in theory. We really learned a lot. So I want to finish by saying that may God richly bless the people who put this together and bless them with a lot of resources so that they touch so many other lives. Yeah.
I wanted to start a hotel when I was young. I wanted to have my big hotel. But when I went there to do mechanics, I see some challenges there. When the customer came to be served, we have to take a lot of time so that we can find the spare parts. So when I went to SSC to learn entrepreneurship, I came up with an idea. So the knowledge that SSC gave to me, it was so helpful to me. And I realized something that was going on in the surrounding where I was at the Goreti Corner. And that's where I come up with my business idea and I present it the way I wanted it to be. So I really thank God for everything because everything I just put in the hands of God.
After completing high school, I got an opportunity to learn basic computer at Kibera Town Center. This is where I met great people like Jackie. Jackie is also my mentor, together with Peter and Paula. They hold my hand, and also from the power of networking, I was able to get somebody, just one of the staffs from Kibera Town Center who actually introduced me to SSC program 2016. I took an initiative, joined the program. From there, I started business, and my first source of income, I used to supply my mom's fish, and then from the fish, I was supposed to sell them at 100. I could sell them at 120. So each and every fish I could save 20 shillings. And then as time moved on, I ended up with something in my savings. This power in saving. Money speaks one language. Save me today, I save you tomorrow. I made a step forward, roasted some peanuts, took to the same customers who actually requested for the roasted peanuts. From there, they were not so happy because I did not do the roasting the right way. I approached my mom and shared with my mom the feedback that I got from the customer. My mom advised me on what I can do to improve the quality of my roasted peanuts. I improved, so by that time now I was supplying both raw and roasted peanuts. There was also another request from from some of my customers that they needed to get some peanut butter. I gave myself a challenge. Now I have the raw peanuts, I have the roasted peanut, I can do the roast by myself. What can I do to ensure that by the end of the day, I also get to satisfy the request, the desire of my customer. So from there was another person who held the machines. So I could do the roasting, take them, they get grinded, I package them, and then I could use my sticker smartened. Smartened, each and every abbreviation from S to D, it actually symbolizes all my SSC program trainers. S for Scotch, Matthew, like that, up to the last person. So I can say it's a journey that started back in 2016 after the power of networking. I can challenge you, whatever you're passionate about, go for it.
I always come every year, talk to alumni, encourage them, tell them that it's gonna work. I am a proud owner of a tour company by the name of Tours and Travel, which was much later founded. From taxi I grew into car hire business, and then I went into tour. I've been in tourism for like 7 years. So in 2014 I decided to come up with a tour company. So I have grown, I've seen myself grow, and I have grown because of this. He talked about microfinances. No one has money to start business, to be honest. Sindio? Siku hizi kuna kitu inaitwa fuliza. Fuliza imeharibu watu sana. Usinitumie kwa hii namba, tuma kwa hii namba ingine. And one thing you don't know that you're doing wrong is, when we go to the banks, if I give you my statement ya M-Pesa ina pesa mingi kuliko ya bank. Why? Because most of the things, pay bill, till number, nalipa na mafuta, nini, hata rent nalipa na pay bill, si ndio? Sasa wewe na simu yake ndio unafaa kupeleka kwa bank kupatie loan. So one thing that you need to mention is, for you to get money, for you to access money, number one thing is lazima uwe na biashara, si ndio? Business plan. Hii biashara umefungua, you need finances. Hii pesa tukikupatia utaenda kununua nayo suit like what you say. Dan was one of my drivers. So Zambia, I'm a proud employer who has seen his employee succeed. So he knew SSC through me when he was driving the team. He decided the way I decided to be one of the students, na akaingia and akakuwa one of the best. So congratulations my students, my employer, and everything, my younger brother. To all of you, all the best in business. Biashara yatapatwa honest, hardworking, aggressive, usilalie masikio sana. All the best and thank you very much.
Personally, apart from working with the Human Needs Project, I am an entrepreneur, and I have a company known as Time Space Kenya Limited, in which I own 30% shareholding, and my wife and my sister have 35% shareholding each. I think you can tell where that is going. I think you can tell where that is going. It is going towards access to government procurement opportunities, so that this company is actually owned by women. Women have 70% shareholding in that company. And so we have been also failing our way. We have been failing our way trying to supply dry foods to government institutions like hospitals and prisons and stuff like that, and learning our lessons and re-strategizing. And I was very inspired when Amin said that I need 1,000 days, because at 100 days I was already wondering, is this ever going to work? So, or will I keep just failing? So that is an inspiring thing for me, just to hear that 1,000 days, and I can actually make it 2,000 for myself and give myself enough leeway to succeed.
I started my business as a joke. And you wonder why I'm saying that. I just saw someone wearing a bracelet, a Kenyan bracelet. And I was asking myself, sasa, bracelet imeshikanishwa aje? So I approached one of my friends to teach me how to do that. But instead of teaching me, he was telling me, do this, but not showing me the correct way. But when I came to our program, the SSE, I was taught how to do the beadwork for 1 day. From there, tunaambiwa ukijengwa, jenge. And now, for me, I have a food basket, I have a salad box, I do the table mats, I do the wall mats, and I also tried and looked around. We have our offices in Kenya. So, what else can be represented with our Kenyan flag? I sat down, looked at the Kenyan flag, and came up with something that the government official, when you attend like functions, I can go and display to them and they can buy. So, kiwa hapa today, I'm encouraging you. Vile sahi umejengwa na your knowledge, go back there and implement that. this fruit basket, I looked around. In Kenya, we like green things. And like for fruits, taki color. The green color can blend with the bananas, can blend with the oranges, can blend with the grapes, can blend with any other thing that is for the fruits. And also, you can modify it on doing something else with it, apart from putting all the fruits here. Same case to this, you can modify it, apart from putting the serviettes here, you can put your pens, your jewelries, anything. So today I'm here to encourage you. Usichoke, pole pole ndio mwendo.
SSE. Kwa pamoja. There was a week later to join SSE, and once I joined the SSE, I had these ideas when we were being told like, hey, you need to present something. I'm like, I had 5 of them. I was sharing with one of our team leaders. I told him like, I have these 1,001 ideas, but I really don't know exactly what I want to do. And they asked me, tell me, can you share? And that's when like, by the time I started sharing, I noticed that there's something that stood out. Passion. We have passion, and I'm that type of a person who believes like, I need to make my passion my profession. When I wrote about the business plan of me starting a car wash, that was way back 2019. Exactly, I didn't know exactly how I'm gonna start it. And by the time we were pitching, to cut the long story short, by the time we were pitching, I had everything on my fingertips. I did my market analysis, my market research. I was here every day. I know like everyone around this community, I know people who have cars, like we were talking to them. I know the mechanics around because I took my time for this. Can you imagine you walking in to some strangers, you pitching in your ideas, and then they believe in you, they support you until you stand and start your own. Is that amazing? Let's give a big clap for that. That's how the connections are. You don't need another connection.
This part of encouragement, a journey, a single journey starts with step. Meaning that as you are here, we are going to move far. There is a saying that when you want to move fast, then walk alone. You'll be walking very fast. But when you want to move further, walk with people. With you, with us around, we are going further.